What's up YouTube? It's Side Horse here with Tasty Tracker, and I've got another small account challenge update. It has been boring recently. I've not done that many positions. I've been biding time, hoping that the market picks up or at least is consistent. I tried doing an Iron Condor in SPY and thought it had more risk to the downside. That was just before the election in another account. And if you listen to my Twitter feed and put it on when I said you probably could have done one or two sets there, as in one and then the next one. But of course, I put one on after that, and then I was pricing in some downside in case the markets didn't like Biden if he should win. And I thought that the 350 would really be the sort of the cap. So let's go over to SPY. I thought that would be the max rate. Yeah, because 355 was really the sort of the peak here. And so I thought that would act as resistance again. And then we get this sideways chop in here, which blew up that position. I had the whole way down to 3. So, had I done a more balanced Iron Condor, I would have been fine because it is still trading in this range. So a little bit of lesson there. Maybe the 100-day here, no, 200-day. The 200-day here is around 313, so I should have maybe trusted the SMAs a little bit more. Of course, you never know what you're going to get, and I was playing the election, so that wasn't the small account challenge anyway, so that's neither here nor there. Just sort of wanted to talk about the continuation of the sideways chop, and a lot of these setups, that I typically play are none of them are looking super attractive to me at this point. So, DG is still following its trend line. It's even above the 100-day, but there's an argument to be made here that we're trending downwards. Continually making lower highs here. So, I think we are at a crossroads, and I could pull up maybe 20 different tickers that look exactly like this, trending down, and they're all coming to a head in the next week or two. Now, DG has earnings, but a lot of them, a lot of the, oops, I meant Amazon. A lot of the other charts don't, they're already through earnings, and they still kind of have a similar picture. And again, I could do this from here to something like that. Let's drag this. Really? Anyway. So yeah, I think next week will be a big deciding factor. We either break out to the upside or fail. I don't know how much longer the sideways chop can happen, how long it will last. But it just feels to me like we've had basically since September, we've been in this range. And again, all of the stocks look like that. So let's go over what I did since the last video. Last video, I covered this one. I'm not sure if I covered Apple or not. I closed that one for 182 profit. Then on Thursday of last week, no, 2 weeks ago, I closed SE and Apple, so that was 191 total for both of those. And Amazon, I ended up rolling. So if we go into the history here, this is a very old view, but it gets the job done for now. So here we can see that I opened it up originally for October, then I rolled to November for $2 credit. Is that what that is? And then I rolled it again out to October, November, then I rolled it out to December most recently, and again for a small credit, $23. So as long as I can continue to get credit, I'm going to keep rolling this out. the strikes are still the same, 31.40, 31.50. And if we hop over to the Amazon chart that I had right here, we are right there. So right now it's trading at 3100-ish. And you know, in any given day it can pop up above that pretty severely. So I actually have quite a number of positions on Amazon in this count and my other one. Then today is the 19th, although my clock's hidden down here. But yeah, today's the 19th, so then today I opened up 3 new positions. Not only has the market been so choppy, sideways, lots of inaction, but I'll say this account challenge is starting to get annoying for me to do. I feel like I don't want to put on positions because then I have to make a video, and then when I say, okay, like it's been long enough, I got to put a position on, then I tend to do 3 or 4 in a row. Like down here, I did 4 this day, instead of just doing them 1 or 2 at a time like I normally would, because I want to consolidate them into one video. So I don't know, maybe I would like to see this challenge through, and then I'll probably take a break. And then when I do one again, I might change these structures so that I don't have to make so many videos. But anyway, so today I opened up 3 all put verticals, all betting that next week we'll have a leg up, as the general market has all consolidated enough for so many weeks now that I think we're ready to go up, especially with the vaccine. I work for a hospital as my primary job, and you know, we're gearing up. We've already started the COVID projects from a developer standpoint. So the vaccine. So yeah, you know, from my perspective, once the vaccine begins to get administered, which I'm not sure legally when I'm allowed to say what they're thinking or not, but it's very soon. So when that happens and people start getting vaccines, I know like there was a significant jump when the vaccines and their efficacy was announced. When they started administering to patients, I think there's going to be another big bump in those stocks that were beaten down. Of course, Amazon and the ones I typically play weren't beaten down, but I still think they'll benefit from the overall optimism of the market. Maybe not Amazon, but we'll see. Anyway, I open up SPY, the 340, 345, SEDG, and then Facebook. So we'll go over here to SPY, 340, 345. So that puts me right down here. And by the time, you know, in a couple days, the 50-day will be up there. Let me change this to 20-day. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Simple moving averages. Maybe I got to refresh. It doesn't want to let me edit the screen. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay, so let's change this back to 20. Okay, and let's go back to SPY. There we go. Okay, so I'm right at the 20-day. The 50-day has been acting as support the entire way up, except for 2 very brief visits under where we bounced off of the 100-day, which is all good news. So the fact that the 20 and the 50-day are right around where I'm at, and then obviously the 100-day will be catching up, I think is good for me. We built a base here for a week and bounced off of the sort of the 55, 355, 354 area. So I think that'll be fine. Next we have SEDG. SEDG is pretty volatile at times. You know, if we go over here, we get lots of sideways action and then we get lots of volatility. And again, I think with a Biden administration, we can see solar should be picking up. I really like the MACD and RSI on these ones. They're both very much primed. I almost put a position on yesterday, and I really wish I would have, but I was scared it was going to get rejected off of the 20 and 50 day, which are both now sitting at the 245, 242, according to over here. So today they made it the whole way up to and are sitting right there, and then tomorrow I believe they'll cross over again because MACD and RSI are very much primed to go over there. And then Facebook. I guess I should say what I got in SEDG, 220. So yeah, 220 puts me down here, which is right at the 100-day. Even if we fail back again, I don't anticipate it. I think we'll come back. If it does get rejected here, I think it'll come back and bounce on the 50, and then we'll go through. So it might take another time, but you can see here it was very, very, 1.5 days was under the 100-day, and then it came right back up. And my sold leg is right there at 220, right at the 100-day. Okay, last one's Facebook, and that was the 260. Is the sold leg. Similar chart. We have a really nice. Do they have a box tool? Nah. Anyway, comment below if they have a box tool. But we've got a nice box here forming, and especially really good support here at 260, 258, somewhere in that range. We bounced off of the 50-day, which is encouraging, and even though the 20-day acted as resistance here, I think we'll come down, get confirmation, and then be able to get above the 20-day, similar to what I was saying before. And again, so far, Facebook has not even broke the 100-day since the initial outbreak. So being above 260 means I have to be above this range, right at the 100-day, and I have pretty high hopes of that. We're coming off of a very weak consolidation. This is consolidation. This isn't a downtrend. And if you look overall, get something like that for that channel. Obviously that's not perfect, but we're on the lower range of this channel, and so yeah, I expect to bounce up, and then I would look to close somewhere in here. Okay. So let's go over to the portfolio. This is the general setup. This DG again is with the December expiration. I just couldn't get the 5 wide on the monthly, so I have about 3,500 right now for December, and then I'm already up to 2,000 on January. I'm going back to these being $1,000 plays for the most part. Well, they all are, but I anticipate doing that going forward. If I continue to feel more and more comfortable, the past couple of weeks I haven't felt super great about where the market was and where it was going. It was unsure, so I didn't want to have too many positions on. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Can go over to the Home tab. I've been working a lot with the current period change, the change from the previous period, and the XIRR. I still don't have it perfect, so I'm still tweaking things there. But we can see this month I'm still up, 15, 14%. And even through the sort of inaction for the past couple months, I've still been able to get a couple $100 each month, which is great. It's not anything crazy. It's not like August for me where I had a huge month for an account size this small. That was great. But yeah, I've still been very consistent, pulling in a couple $100 each month, and so that's great. Last thing I guess I'll show is the account in Tastyworks. So right now I'm at $9,900 in cash, which is great. that's the highest I believe that it's been the entire challenge. And obviously I can't get to 10K until this number is over 10K. I typically am trying to close at 50%, which means right now I'm at 6.5, and here we'll just call it 10. So that means if I got 50% on all of these positions, I would be, somewhere around 8K. And then I would sell another 2K to get up to 12K of cash value, or maybe even 13K, and then that would give me enough to get close to the 10K. Well, maybe even 14K. But my point there is I'm really glad to see this getting close to the target value that I'm looking for. Obviously, I can't get there until the cash gets there and beyond, so the fact that I'm getting close to that is hopeful, even if my net liquidity doesn't necessarily match the results of what the cash is. Hope that made sense. So I've got about $1,500 buying power over here. Nope. I was trying to see if I could show a quick way of how much collateral I put in today, but there's 1,200, 2,100 basically that I put towards in collateral. So yeah, I went down from 35 down to 14. So still not fully invested or fully allocated, but getting closer. So yeah, let's just go through each individual position. SEDG, I've got 2 spreads going on, one for January and one for December. I'll do those individually. Sitting very pretty for the January. For the December, sorry. And I have a 145 closing order, so I'm very close to getting that closed. Then we go to the December, or January, man, which I just opened up. And obviously we have my normal margin that I have here, nowhere close to closing. Although I got 15 bucks today. Whatever. SPY is a new position, up 12 bucks already. Facebook, new position, also up 12. It is after hours, so take that with a grain of salt, but it's not too far off. W has been a pain in the butt. I think people have way overreacted to W, but you can see we're not trending good here. It had great earnings, which it wanted to break out, and then we got some more vaccine news, and it pummeled the stock, and now we're descending here pretty good. So the question is, can it hold up this level here at 230, or is it going to roll over and die? If it can hold, that would be great. Obviously, I would prefer that it does. I have a bunch of positions in this account and the other account in W. I believe in W. I think they are a better provider for that kind of thing in comparison to Amazon. So I see W as a large player in the bigger purchase items. People like to purchase the household items from Amazon. I think people like to buy these large ticket items from Wayfair. I haven't used it myself, but I do know several people that have used it and have enjoyed their experience. So yeah, I think the whole vaccine news, it should be short-lived, and we should get back up to here. So I am betting a lot on that. But at the moment in this account, I only have one position, and that's the 240. So yeah, right now we're trading at 250. Yeah, 248. So I'm at least not in the money, but I'm still down, and we can see it came up 13 bucks. I was in the money before today, or I was right at the money. So yeah, today was a big day. Got 159. No, I was out of the money. I was in the money because it's trading at 248 right now, and it came up 13, so that would be 235. So yeah, it was right in between my strikes. So anyway, yeah, it came up a lot today. I'm still down on the position, but if we look at the chart, and I think this is sometimes it's better to look at the chart than it is to look at the figures. Sometimes these can, if you're newer to trading, can give you a heart attack. But the reality is it's still sitting very nicely if it continues to stay at this position or higher by expiration, be no problem. And again, I think it can use 230 as a support and go up from here. If it does do that, now if you believe it will do this, I'm not entering any more positions in because I have enough allocated to this ticker. But if you like this chart and believe that this is the stopping point, this is a great time to add because we already know we can make it up to 350 here. So basically another $100 range up. If you believe that this is the range we're trading in, so do that at your own risk, but could be a good time to add unless it rolls over and dies. Amazon, I got 2 positions in, both for December, and the one is rolled over here. So the one that was rolled over is the 350, 340, this position. And I'm just trying to basically get out with a kind of a small profit. And that one's still down, but excuse me. But we were up there this week at 31.50, so certainly well within the range of being profitable. But the second one, or the newer one that I put on, was 31.05, 3100, and it is right on the cusp. Just came in today, so that was a big boost to the account. If we go down to the one that was rolled, it only has a little bit to go. And yeah, let's go over here to. Yep. And I can tell this is the rolled one because it has 2 up here. It'll say how many times you've rolled it. Okay, so again, that's the one I rolled for a credit, and then I rolled it twice for a credit. And so closing it at 300 would be 25% profit. Normally I try to go for the 50% profit, but because I've already had to roll this twice, I'm actually half tempted to just close it at 4, just because I'm tired of looking at it. But the fact that I think and have faith that Amazon will get over there, I'm aiming for 3 just to get the position closed sooner rather than later, but also still make $100 off of it. So again, that is right where the yellow line is, and we're trading right below it, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Dollar General looks fine. Again, that one been trading right at the money. Right now it's 211, and I sold the 210. So that just came in today. It was at 209, 208 yesterday and this week. So with the update today, I was able to come back. And Baba is definitely the worst position I have. I still have a lot of faith in Baba. I think I put a trade in on the other account to double down on Baba. But yeah, so we have the yellow line here at 253 acting as support. I'm definitely not holding my breath that this stands as support. Like, this is where it will stop. It could very much have an up day and then have another set of down days. And this is sort of what you get with Chinese stocks because of the regulation. But here again, I really like the MACD, the RSI, and again, I think it's been beaten down unnecessarily. We're heading into Christmas season. Baba is a huge retailer, so I definitely see that in my head, this should be around the low. We're way past the 100-day. So again, I think I'm hoping that this will be a perfect entry for my other account. For this account, I need to get up to 285, which is the whole way up here, right above the yellow line. There's this gap here, so that could be bad. That could act as resistance for sure at 280. But hopefully we'll be able to regain the 100-day, and then at that point, this is the December? Yeah. Where am I at here? Right here. Yeah, this is the December expiration. That one most likely will need rolled out, but we'll see. I like to put on the expiration vertical line. So December 18th. so I can get sort of a visual, and then I say, what are the probabilities that it's going to be able to do something like that? That looks pretty hard to do. So if we have another up day or two and we can get it into this range, I'm going to try to roll it out so that I get more time to get the rebound, which would put me into January expiration, which would have probably some articles about how they did for Christmas season. But yeah, who knows? I might double down on this account too. Although I don't like to allocate more than 1K where possible for a position that's so far gone. With SEDG, I did it here with the December and in the January, but again, that's because we're so close to popping on this one. I don't feel as bad. This one, the doubling down could be dumping another K into a lost calls. So we'll see what the next couple of days brings. Okay. Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers it. Hopefully that gives you an update on where things have been. I've been working on the website a bunch. I did also pull my back doing leaves because I'm getting old. Yeah, that's slowed my programming down a little bit, but I'm recuperated, and hopefully we'll have things back up and moving here. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.